you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Alrighty, welcome back to another video. It feels so nice to be talking about GTA for once on a GTA based channel. I know my channel name is Grand Theft Gamer. You've probably been wondering, where's the GTA content? Well, I'm sorry guys, there just has been nothing good in GTA. Absolutely nothing good, and the only things I could really talk about was bad things, and that's what we're talking about today. I made a little poll or whatever you want to call it in the community tab. Little plug, go on the community tab, and I will be posting more polls like this. You'll be able to select which video you would like to see on this channel, whether that be GTA. You guys will be able to say what you guys want to see more of on the channel, so I can make some more videos, not just the Thursday video that I've been doing every week. Today we're talking about why GTA 5 kind of sucks in 2022. This was the most wanted, this was the most suggested, this had, I think, 100% of the votes on it. Not loads of people had seen that poll, so I'm telling you guys, check them out. You get a say in what happened, and at the moment it's so easy to be the person who chooses what the next video is. I think there was about 5 votes, so make sure you check that out if you're interested. You don't have to. So on screen right now, I've been rambling a lot there. Probably shouldn't have been. We're talking about not just content missions, but I just found this nice little image. It just displays it so well. Now then, there is 2 things I want to talk about here. The main one is the missions. And the missions in GTA pretty much are designed to make you forced to play a specific type of mission. That pretty much is Cayo Perico right now. It used to be the casino heist. It is now Cayo Perico. Now, that's pretty much the only good money method. It's the main one. It gives you like $1 million every time. But the issue with that is you're going to have to do that hundreds of times. It gets extremely boring. If you pick the exact same ways every time, you're doing the exact same mission. There's no differentiation between the missions. You will get the exact same guards and the exact same positions, really. It is very boring, and it's the only good way because the rest of the missions are designed to give you horrendous payouts, like, 10,000. That can barely get you anything in 2022. And you can definitely not buy a car with that. I mean, you can get one off the street, maybe customize it, but you want the cool cars, right? That's what you want in any game, really. You want the coolest stuff. And a street car is definitely not that. Unless you're a car type of person, you would think it's just an ugly, slow car. The next thing is, I noticed that there's a lot of story mode characters in the background. There isn't a link between the story mode and online really anymore. The only thing they really do is link some of the characters, like Franklin. But it was really random. It was just like he'd aged a bit. There wasn't really much similarity between his character, from story mode to online. That small little brief bit we saw, it felt kind of a lot like a different person. He's no longer working for people. He now has his own business, which is fine. But, I mean, also, it's a bit embarrassing, Rockstar, that you can now add the character back in online and you have to make him look really old because that's how old the game actually is. It's almost 10 years old. In fact, next year it will be 10 years old. 10 years old, jeez. Next up, I'm finished talking about that. I tried to keep it as short as possible, that bit. The contract, the newest DLC, never mind the next part which I want to talk about, sucked. The contract DLC absolutely really sucked for money. Yeah, it's a cool story mode, and I understand if you like stories, this is going to be great. It's worth a play. I enjoyed the story. But it gives you pretty much no money, so there isn't an incentive to do it more than once, unlike Cayo Perico. In my opinion, I think there should be a lot bigger payout, so every time there's a new DLC, you want to do that because it's the new best method, instead of having, a best method for like 2 years. It's going to get boring. People are just going to quit the game because they've had enough. The next thing, which links to this, is the lack of DLCs, actually. look, we got a DLC, if you want to call it a DLC, with the expanded and enhanced expansion for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. That was barely an expansion. You got like 3 new cars and some Halo or whatever that guy's called. I don't have the expanded and enhanced, but I've seen it all, and it's pretty rubbish. Yeah, there's a new Subaru BRZ that you could buy for like ridiculous amounts of money, other than you get it free for the first time, and some new cars and some faster upgrades. And yeah, cool. But a DLC from other games it's like a new map. You know what I mean? That's what we're comparing this to. And you could argue Cayo Perico's got a new map. Well, really? You can only access that map through the mission. You can't actually go to it on free roam, which is what people wanted. And if it was like that, I'm pretty sure, we'd be a lot happier with the state of the game. But it's the same map. There isn't any new map. You can't like free roam. There's loads of barriers and stuff, and the guards would catch you if you tried to explore it for a couple of minutes. So it is really boring, and the DLCs that we do get are really poor quality, really. For the 6-month wait we wait, it really shows where the money's going. It's not going back into the game to invest in the game, to make it even better experience, to then encourage more players. It's just going into Rockstar's pocket, and they're spending minimal money. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's not actually Rockstar making these DLCs, but some cheap company that they're getting to do it for like a couple thousand to make the DLCs. Because at the end of the day, what do they really bring with them? A few new cars, okay, cool. And maybe a new story if we're lucky, a new heist. You really think that takes them 6 months? I mean, Need for Speed used to make a game every year. So if they can make a game every year, I'm pretty sure Rockstar, a multi-billion-dollar company, can make a little bit more than a little heist story and a couple new cars every 6 months. If you know, does that make sense, or am I just crazy? Or, is that actually like true? You know what I mean? Or is it just an excuse that Rockstar like to pull? I think it is the excuse. Alrighty, Cayo Perico heist. We've already really talked about this, but this is the main money method. Why is it still the main money method after over a year? I do not know. We need new, good, worthy money methods. Yeah, there's loads of money methods, I understand that, but they're not worthy of doing. Maybe, they've got 3 times money in RP weeks, whoop-de-doo, but they're still really not worth it compared to the time you can spend on Cayo Perico. The issue with that is, if it was a different heist or a different experience every time, then yeah, cool, that would be fun. But it's not. The only difference that actually changes is where the locations of the extra money are and the type of jewel you're getting. So sometimes you might get something that's worth 700k, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes you might get the 1.3 million one. I think that's an event week though, that one. So I think the max is 1.1 million regularly. But that's besides the point. That doesn't matter. That's not the point we're trying to make here. Again, why? A, add a new island that we can't explore in free roam. And B, have the same good money method for a year that is absolutely boring. Even when this DLC released, we weren't really that happy with it. What makes it that way that we're happy with it now? We are not. We're still waiting for a new money method that's worth doing. We just haven't had it yet. So we are still waiting, Rockstar. Don't think that we're not waiting, because we're waiting for a new game. And at least, if you're not going to give us that, give us some good DLC content. Not the same recycled, plastered over stuff, because that's all it is. It's old stuff with a new coat of paint. They're trying to hide it like it's new stuff. That story thing that they did, I mean, it got so much praise, but all they really did was build from GTA story mode's story. They know how to make a story mode. It doesn't take them that long. They have the people hired to do it already. They don't have to go and scout people. Franklin, they already have ties with him, the voice actor, so it was not hard to make this story mode happen at all. Oh, and this is the final points of this video. There is more points, and if you'd like to hear all of the other points, I will go over them in more videos, but these are the main points. The there's loads of things that you're going to depict from this picture, but the main thing is this thing here, the Oppressor Mark II. This encourages so much griefing. Never mind the time zone-y type thing that they jumped. And what do I mean by the time zone-y jump? Well, I mean, this time zone that this game is set in now appears to be, you know, from the 2013 that it was based in. We've now gone to like 20 million, you know what I mean? Thousands of years into the future, because we have a hover bike with a jet on the back. So this bike hovers, it has a jet, it has missiles. First of all, where on earth are you going to get that in real life? And what website sells this type of stuff in real life that you can just go and purchase without a license? What on earth, Rockstar? Anyways, that's besides the point. These are the griefing tools of everything. The griefers all have them, and they just blow up all the new players. They have no chance. Because when you're a new player, you can't buy stuff like this. You've got no money. So you just get blown up, and it ruins your experience. In my opinion, I wouldn't have any of this rubbish armoured stuff if I was the boss there. I'd be having maybe jets still, because they're realistic. But these are just not realistic. They just ruin the game. If you really want a game with this type of stuff, go and play something like Cyberpunk. I'm sure they'll keep you happy. They're into the future-y stuff. Yeah, go and play that. This game used to be a really nice story type, you know, do your heists, rob some banks, make some money. Now what this game's about is, it is literally kill everybody, ruin everybody's day, destroy other people's products and cargo. That's it. Again, why was this needed? Who asked for it? Nobody. So why add it? Nobody asked for it. Don't add something that's going to ruin your game, because now it's irreversible. You can't just remove it from the game, because that would anger people. Now, this is really nice. I don't mind having stuff like this, because it is good transport for making money, like moving from one place to another. But, you know, scrap the missiles, especially homing lock-on missiles. Again, but this is not the only vehicle. There's like the DeLorean, which was fun and funny, but it doesn't need missiles again. Rhino tank thing. It's not the Rhino tank, but it's pretty much the big brother of it. It shoots like energy out of its cannon thing. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Again, you know, story mode is better experience. If you've already experienced everything online, go and play story mode. You'll not get griefed, and there's a lot more interactions and a lot more things to do, a lot more realistic and a lot more believable. Ultimately, it's a better experience. Although it's dated, and I do wish they had updated it, because if they had, it would be a lot more pleasurable to play. It is not, but it's still a better experience than GTA Online right now. Anyway, guys, if you did find this video not helpful or not useful, but what you will have found out of this video, if anything, is enjoyment, or maybe you guys agree, or maybe you disagree. Leave it in the comments. We'll have a little chat about it in there if you agree or disagree. And as usual, everybody who comments gets a heart. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.